It's feeling like summertime on this Memorial Day. Showers and storms are popping up across the area in this soupy air mass. Look at Sky Tracker Doppler is next.
Robberies, crashes, and a deadly fire, they have all marred the Memorial Day weekend. We'll have the latest on these investigations coming up. Across the country on this Memorial Day, millions of Americans are joining the president and paying tribute to those who paid the ultimate price for our freedom. And you may be one of the millions of Americans who coughed up too many bucks for auto parts. We'll let you know what we found out about a price-fixing investigation. And the Rolling Stones are back in the news today. We'll let you know why. News 4 at noon starts right now.
Live from KMOV, this is News 4 at noon.
Happy Monday and happy Memorial Day to you and yours. I'm Laura Hettiger. Robin Smith has the day off. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, it is the first unofficial Monday of the summer, and it sure feels like it. Meteorologist Megan Danahay is tracking the chance for storms on this Memorial Day. Megan, is there any rain out there right now?
We actually have seen quite a few showers pop up here over the last hour.
All right, thank you. A man is dead following a fire in North St. Louis County. This happened last night just before 10:30 in the 2400 block of Bristow Avenue in Charlotte. An autopsy will be done later today to determine a cause of death. The fire is still under investigation. Overland police are investigating an overnight robbery. We know it happened just before 3 at the Petromart gas station. It's in the 10,000 block of Page Avenue. We do not know what was taken, but police say no arrests have been made. A pair of teens are facing felony robbery charges after they tried to rob a woman of her car and phone using a fake gun. The woman tells News 4 she was leaving Sioux Passage Park in North County when the 16-year-olds pulled a gun on her. She says she fought back and eventually scared them off. The teens are now in custody. Our overnight photographer was on the scene of a rollover crash in St. Charles. It happened just before midnight on North 5th Street near Randolph. The car appeared to have hit a parked pickup truck before flipping. No word on any injuries. Police are looking for the driver who was behind the wheel of this car that ended up on its side overnight in North City. It happened at about 3:15 on MLK in Bayard. We're told the car was traveling at a high rate of speed, which led to the accident. The driver was gone by the time police arrived. That crash is still under investigation. A Missouri Highway Patrol trooper remains in serious condition today after getting hit during a traffic stop this weekend. It happened yesterday morning on southbound Interstate 55 near Union Road. We're told 33-year-old trooper Jeremy Pataki was standing on the shoulder with a different driver who was pulled over when another car hit them. That driver was arrested on suspicion of drunk driving. That accident is just one in what has been a dangerous holiday weekend on the roads. We know Missouri Highway Patrol has been busy. In fact, a trooper tells me Troop C has investigated 22 DWIs and even 2 boating under the influence cases. There have been 32 crashes and 2 deaths on St. Louis area roads just since Friday. Police on both sides of the river will continue their Memorial Day detail until midnight tonight. We want to tell you about some road work that could cause many of you Illinois drivers major headaches. If you take the Poplar Street Bridge into downtown St. Louis from Illinois, you'll want to find a different way. After tomorrow's evening rush, crews will close the ramp from westbound Poplar to I-44 Memorial Drive. The ramp will be closed for about a year as MoDOT makes major changes to the Poplar Street Bridge, including building new ramps.
Present! Ooh!
President Obama returned to the United States early this morning after a surprise visit to Afghanistan. He then headed to Arlington National Cemetery to lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknowns to honor those who died in defense of our country. And Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery played host to the largest Memorial Day ceremony in our area this morning. A number of veterans spoke before families went out to decorate the graves of their loved ones. Boy Scouts spent the weekend putting American flags on all of the 190,000 graves. Authorities are responding to questions whether they could have done more to prevent Friday's deadly rampage in Isla Vista, California. Sheriff's deputies visited the suspect just weeks before he killed 6 students at the University of California, Santa Barbara. 13 others were wounded before police say he shot and killed himself. Begad Shaban reports from Los Angeles. Roger had been under the care of therapists, but he had never been institutionalized or forcibly committed, so he was still able to legally purchase the guns he used in that rampage. Officials in Colorado say 3 people are missing after a large mudslide in the western part of the state. The slide happened late yesterday. Rescue crews are still searching the area for those missing. Officials say the heavy rains over the weekend contributed to the slide, which is about 4 miles long and 2 miles wide. Evacuations are underway in Alaska as a massive wildfire continues to grow. Officials say windy conditions are making fighting the fire difficult. It's burned nearly 250 square miles. No injuries, luckily, have been reported. It's unclear how many buildings have been damaged. Meanwhile, a fire burning in a northern Arizona canyon is 25% contained. So far, no homes have been destroyed. And check out this video out of Georgia. Cell phone video caught the massive flames and explosion at a chemical company just north of Atlanta. Witnesses say they heard multiple explosions. Several neighboring businesses were evacuated. No word on what sparked that massive fire. And still ahead on News 4 at noon, experts say moms and moms-to-be should be taking something they probably aren't right now. And they say it could impact your child's health. And a little later, find out why Roseanne Barr is being sued by the parents of George Zimmerman. That and more straight ahead on News 4 at noon.
You're watching News 4, watching out for you.
News 4 always watches out for your safety, and today the Better Business Bureau has a warning about a new scam. Some supply stores are receiving calls from scammers posing as school officials. The caller claims to have lost the school's purchasing information and persuades a store rep to give up the correct account information. Later, the scammer calls the store and makes big purchases on the account. Millions of Americans may have been paying more for auto parts than they should have. It's part of a price-fixing investigation involving multiple companies conspiring to drive up auto prices. The investigation has led to FBI raids in the Detroit area, home to Chrysler, GM, and Ford. 34 people have been charged and 27 companies have pleaded guilty, paying more than $2 billion in fines. Some popular sweets companies are trying to separate themselves from being associated with e-cigarettes. They say the liquid nicotine flavors used in the products are using notable brand names like Thin Mint, Tootsie Roll, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Now General Mills, the Girl Scouts, and the maker of Tootsie Rolls have filed a cease and desist letter. That's to make sure their names aren't being used to sell an addictive drug or make it appealing to children. Coming up next on News 4 at noon, moms and moms-to-be. Something you may or may not be taking could impact the development of your child. The story is up next on News 4 at noon.
You made a grown man cry. You made a grown man cry.
And the Rolling Stones are doing something today that has them back in the news. That story is just ahead. But first, let's take a look at the fun facts. While you might be thinking barbecue on this Memorial Day, hey, we're talking pizza. Do you know what the least favorite pizza topping is in America? The answer is coming up a little later, only on News 4 at noon. Moms and moms-to-be, better listen up. The American Academy of Pediatrics says pregnant and breastfeeding mothers should be taking iodine supplements. Experts say most of the salt in the American diet is from processed food, which does not contain iodine. It's needed to produce thyroid hormone, which is critical for brain development in children. The American Academy of Pediatrics is also pushing for less physical contact between boys who play ice hockey. The group is encouraging more non-body checking programs for boys 15 and older. It says body checking should be reserved for the highest level of competition. Programs for girls never include body checking, and every year more than 12,000 young ice hockey players are injured or suffer concussions. Now this next story might gross you out. That's your warning. A new massage at a zoo in the Philippines is definitely turning heads, and go ahead and take a look. It is a 15-minute python massage. Yeah, you heard that right. The pythons slither around your body, which zookeepers call soothing. A handful of keepers are always on duty for the massages to make sure the snakes don't cause any harm.
Not sure soothing
It's
covers
the right
how I feel
word.
about it. It's warm and sticky as we remember those who died serving our country. Showers and storms will threaten a few outdoor activities this afternoon and evening. We'll talk timing right after this break.
And find out why Roseanne Barr is being sued by the parents of George Zimmerman. That and more straight ahead on News 4 at noon.
Yeah, so it looks like we're in a bit of an unsettled pattern.
Yeah, dicey afternoon and
Yeah.
probably a busy afternoon for you guys in the storm center.
The good news is we don't expect these to be severe,
Good.
but downpours and lightning will certainly threaten outdoor stuff.
Umbrella handy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I am on the corner on the 99th floor of my block.
The Rolling Stones will resume their world tour in Oslo, Norway today. The band postponed 7 shows in Australia and New Zealand following the death of lead singer Mick Jagger's girlfriend. You might remember in March, fashion designer Lauren Scott took her own life. George Zimmerman's parents are suing comedian Roseanne Barr. Roseanne's attorneys say Zimmerman's parents are looking for compensation for a 2012 tweet Barr posted that included the address of their home. The couple says after the post, they were forced to leave their home and go into hiding. They're seeking $600,000 in the suit. Roseanne claims the address was already public record. George Zimmerman was found not guilty last year of murdering Trayvon Martin in Sanford, Florida. And unfortunately, you will have to wait to see the flashy wedding of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. The couple got married in Florence over the weekend in a Renaissance fortress that cost them $400,000. No photos were released, and a private security firm kept eager fans far away. The couple got engaged in 2013. This is Kim's 3rd marriage and Kanye's 1st. Megan and I will be right back to the answer to today's fun fact. Do you know what the least favorite pizza topping is in America? The answer is next, only on News 4 at noon. An 8-year-old Chicago boy with a rare medical condition is getting his wish to travel to Italy and make pizza. In preparation for the trip, Josh Flores got a lesson in pizza making on Friday. Josh and his parents will be traveling to Italy thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And speaking of pizza, that is the topic of today's fun fact.
All right, no surprise here that pepperoni is America's favorite topping. 36% of all pizza orders include pepperoni. But what ranks last on the list of favorite toppings?
I was not too surprised by this. In
I'm not
America, anchovies rank last. And check out these popular toppings from around the world. This is kind of gross to me, but in Japan, eel and squid are favorite toppings.
Wow.
Curry is a big seller in Pakistan. Australians enjoy shrimp and pineapple.
I could do that.
I
That
could
sounds
do that. And Costa Ricans like coconut pizza.
Let's talk a pizza. I'm starving.
Yeah, you want to go get pepperoni after this?
Yeah, just no squid and eel for me. Thanks.
Thanks so much for joining us for News 4 at noon. Come back on News 4 at 5 o'clock. Have a good one.